Oh, yeah, it's a lifetime that prepares you. It's a really hard job, musical theater. There's nothing harder in American theater. There's nothing harder to do. Maybe Shakespeare, but they're on a par. It takes tremendous physical fitness and tremendous training. You work your whole life at it. I'm 44. I could not have done this even 10 years ago. I'm still a work in progress. When I first got the script, my father, who continues to have some health problems, was in a very bad physical state, and my dad was really on my mind. The show's about fathers and sons, and the fathers that we're born with and the fathers that we might adopt when those fathers that we're born with can't quite rise to the occasion, and how we create our own families. And so my dad was really on my mind, and I did the role as sort of a tribute to my father. I have to be totally honest with you, and that's my dad and my grandpa that I'm playing. Tom Hanks named the character Carl Hanratty. Tom sent me a letter when we were in rehearsals, and it was incredibly moving, sort of just giving me his blessing. And he Joe Shea, there was some legal problems with him. They hadn't quite gone through the legal hoops to use his name. That is the guy who apprehended Frank Abagnale. They did become lifelong friends. He was the godfather of his children. They were like a father and a son. He died at 90-something years old just a few years ago. But they couldn't use Joe Shea, so Spielberg turns to Tom Hanks right before they start. He's like, "We got to find another name." And on a dime, Tom Hanks said, Carl Hanratty. Hanratty because he was a football player from Notre Dame that he liked, had a great Irishy kind of name. And then he said, I named him Carl because it has a K sound and therefore is funny. That's where his name came from. I'm going to join my wife and a couple of good friends, and we're going to go to the cast party for Catch Me If You Can. This is the only award for the show. And so I am the ambassador for this great, great musical. And I'm going to go party with my castmates.